What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another couch video. Know yourself and know women in the game. Now, this is very important because you get a lot of guys who really don't know themselves. And then they trying to deal with women. They definitely don't know women because, well, if they knew women, they would get women. And not what you think about women. But you got to know them good, bad, moods, everything. But before you even get to that point, you got to know who you are. Now, you gotta be honest. First of all, you got to be honest with yourself. I always say that. You got to be realistic. Whatever you given, that's what you got to work with. Whether it's your height, your facial features, whatever. You know? But a lot of that you can change. A lot of that you can change. Like you can work on your body, hence body game. You can let the barber bless you. Shoot, even when you working on your body, you can change your face. Okay, that's the physical part. Now the height part, a lot of guys get caught up into that. But this is your height. Yeah, there's gonna be some women who might love your height. There's gonna be some women who don't like your height. There's actually some women out there, they don't want a man who's too tall. Yeah, believe it or not. And see, I know some guys like, nah, that's crazy, that's crazy. I say, nah, you don't know women. How many women have you talked to? And well, I'm gonna get into that in a second. Let's stick with the man himself. He got to know who he is. He got to know his lane. He got to be realistic. He got to know what type of women he attract, what type of women he don't attract. That's when I talk about a tribe. What type of women like you? What type of women like you? What's their body builds? You know, what's their social class? What is, which ones are going to be friendly, which ones aren't? You know? And it's like you got to know that. Okay, which women are checking for you? You know, are those bougie women checking for you? Those upper class women checking for you? Or you got those like hood type of women, like, hood, redneck, whatever, res, whatever. All right. Whatever the case, if you don't like it, what do I always say? Work to change your lane. But see, you got to know where you at first. Because you get a lot of guys, they not realistic. They want something that's not really in their lane who don't really want them. They living in a fantasy. See, as a man, you can't live in a fantasy. You got to be realistic out here. But then once you know yourself, know thyself. Know thyself. And the legendary philosopher of Sun Tzu, when he talked about battle, he said, if you know yourself and you know your enemy, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. I changed that to say, if you know yourself and you know a woman, you need not fear the results of 100 seductions. Now, does this mean you're going to get every seduction or every woman? Well, will you get every woman? Probably not. But then if you know yourself and you know the type of women who like you and who respond to you, you're going to have a better chance. And then even then, try to know women. Try to know women. A lot of guys, one thing I found with guys who have trouble with women, they don't interact with enough of them. They don't interact with enough. In fact, I had one guy, he tried to tell me he had been with all these women. And I just called him on. I said, if you've been with all these women, why are you asking me what you need to do? You should be telling me some things. You've been with 100 women? Okay. Did you pay for them? No, I seduced them all. Okay. What you do to seduce them? Tell me. Why you asking me questions? See, I knew what's up. He ain't interact because you wouldn't be asking me basic questions. And see, here's the thing to know women. Just interact with them. Just talk with them. And everything ain't about trying to get sex with them. Get out of that mindset. And also just respecting who they are. Good, bad, whatever. And you can learn something from every single woman that you encounter. I've learned a lot from women who didn't want me. I learned a lot. Not so much that they didn't want me, but what their personalities were. What their class was, everything down. I was like, oh, okay. Then let's get to the point where I could say, okay, this type of woman is going to respond. This type of woman is going to be a problem, or I can get her, but I got to do this, and this. That's because I understood them. But the only way you're going to understand them, you got to interact with them. For those of y'all on jobs with women. Now, I know some guys worried about, well, me too and stuff. You ain't asking them out. Shoot, that's free game right there. That's free to deal with them there. You just talk with them. Just talk with them, and then listen. And see, that's an important thing. A lot of guys don't want to listen to women. Always listen, even if you think what's coming out their mouth is some bullshit in your opinion. Even if that's the case, you still listen because that's telling you something. Because there's been many times women said some jacked up stuff, but what have I always said? I've never been seriously played on some minor shit. Yeah, everybody been played on some minor shit, but I've never been played for money or anything big. Because I would listen to the women, how they would talk. You know, I let them get nice and comfortable. But see, I knew them. And see, by knowing them, I didn't get played by them. And then I knew, okay, I could talk to this one. Okay, this one gonna be receptive. This what I need to do with that one. That's because I just interacted with them. That's why, that's why I say every day, okay, I always get a free game of say hi to at least 3 women a day. Just hi. Don't try to get with them or anything. And then some of them, they're going to have some small talk. Some of them, they're going to say 2 words to you. You be, hey, how you doing? They're going to walk right past you. They'll look you in the eye and walk right past you. But you learn. Like, I remember specifically a woman. I thought about a woman, young lady. She, I was walking out of a store. I said hi to her. She ain't say anything. But then I kind of just threw it out there. Because I stay in practice. But I said, no, she wasn't going. I could tell by her hairstyle, her facial features, even her skin complexion. I said, she's going to be a problem. Already knew it. You know? But I knew that. See, that's the key. You got to get out here and actually interact. Like just talking with women. Now, I know a lot of guys, they talking about online and all of that. You ain't gonna learn anything online. People cap online. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. When people in these comments or in these dating sites, whatever, all you can't tell, even from their sentence, you really can't tell. Only way you gonna know people is you gotta be out here among them. You gotta be interacting. You gotta see what their non-verbal body language is. And see, that's part of it too. When you paying attention to women, you paying attention to the non-verbals. Verbals and what's coming out their mouth is only 10% of communication. So what's a woman's body language around you? Is she defensive? Is she open? Very important. Very, very, very important. But you got a bottom line is you got to know yourself first and then know the women. And you can start, you know what? You don't have to be a certain age. If you're a teenager watching this, you automatically interacting with women. You got them in high school. That's the easiest thing. All right. So anyway, though, know yourself and know women in the game. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.